All right. These Monday turnarounds are always feel like they happen pretty quick, but good to see everybody. The players are in right now. We're just kind of finishing up. Food trucks are out there, so positive Monday, but also time to move on. Starting 2 minutes ago. But yeah, great guys played great. We had the lull there in the third quarter, which we need to learn from. Ball's been in jeopardy too often offensively, and so that's something we need to focus on moving forward. And I'll tell you what, the guys responded though in really tough situations. We knew this game. It seems like based on the score, you think that it's that it was just kind of like a whatever in the second half, but it was not the case. Arizona did a great job coming back, fighting, and making it a couple score game. So we had to close it out there in the fourth, and the guys responded and they did a great job.
With closing the game out, running the football, how did you see Olu step up during the second half?
Man, really excited for Olu. Talking about staying ready, and then when this opportunity presented itself, played some really good football for us, and he was really catalyst behind a lot of those runs.
You didn't have it on Jalen Sundell at all?
Yeah, so it's going to be multiple weeks, and I'd say IR is under consideration with it, so not season ending as of today. But I'm sorry, just he's tough as crap. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but hopefully we'll get him back.
You didn't have as many situations last year when you guys were up multiple scores. Anything you kind of started to pick up on what needs to change this year when you guys are in those situations?
Well, it's the second time against Arizona that we've, they've gone down into the field and scored on us. We're looking at those things, what we're calling, how we're playing it, how we're rotating our guys. Offensively, it's really, your style of play cannot change, and that's not happening. But we have to have that understanding, and what we call and how we call the game will obviously change. When the game starts to wane and you're going more up against the clock. But yesterday, definitely in the third quarter, we weren't just trying to run the clock out; we were trying to move the ball.
Jalen's going to be out for a couple of weeks. What's the game plan as far as center goes behind Olu? Would Federico be a candidate there?
Yeah, we'll work through it. Christian still has eligibility. If we move him up, Bryce got some work yesterday, so we'll be getting other guys ready. But Olu will be our center right now.
Sundell need surgery?
No.
It's ligament or sprain?
Yeah, it's his knee.
Mike, the production you're getting out of Drake Thomas, he had 2 more tackles for loss. Pass breakups, tackles for loss. It seems like he's all over the place. What's allowed him to just produce at this level, I guess?
Well, I think it's elite preparation. Allows him to be decisive in those moments, and when you see it, go let it rip, man. There's a lot of things that go into a couple of those plays that are some pre-snap processing that he's doing at a really high level, and not a lot of people can do that. And it lets him play that fast, so it's really cool.
What are you going to miss with Sundell out?
Well, I thought he was playing really well for us. A lot of the things that he does well, Olu does too. But Jalen, he's a great athlete. Get to the second level, he's tough, resilient. All those things. But Olu is too. Olu is also a really good player, and he's played great football for us, and that's what we're gonna need from him.
What have you seen from Christian in the couple weeks he's been out here?
He's practicing well. He's not getting reps to the ones, but he's going up against our D line, and this week will probably paint a better picture of what we need to do moving forward.
There's been a lot of criticism about Anthony Bradford's play outside of these walls. I'm kind of curious your thoughts on how he played yesterday.
I thought he played one of his better games last game. There's some plays where it's like might be a quick loss that that happens. That happens in football, But he's protecting well, and when he gets his hands on people, he's moving them and he's finishing blocks, and that's what we're asking our guys to do. There's always room for improvement. We want our guys to shoot. We want to run for 1,000,000 yards every game when we don't want the quarterback to get touched. That's what you want. It's not going to, but that's what we're shooting for, and all of us are going to fall short to a certain degree. But I think yesterday was one of his better games.
What position will Haynes practice at?
Probably guard and center.
Mike, what are those elements for a player to play decisive? You talked a bit about Drake, but even Nick and Mamori, what are those things that get a player to play decisive?
Well, it's what we said from the beginning. As a coach, you has to be clear. You know, where do you want me to stand? What do you want me to look at? How do you want me to do it? It can't be a bunch of ifs and maybes, sort of kind of coaching points. So the guy knows what's expected of him on what he needs to do when he goes out there. So that's the first part. And the second part is you got to prepare. You know, you got to understand what your job is and identify the inputs that go into making that decision. And then at the end of the day, it's like our style. You got to go let it rip. You can't. There's no half measures.
Last year, you guys were 4-5 at this time, coming off a pretty frustrating loss to the Rams in overtime. You're 7-2 this year. What are some of the things you see as different between where you are now and where you were then?
Man, that was like a lifetime ago. Just a whole new team. You know, it's really haven't taken a step back to like say where we are, because it really doesn't matter where we're at right now. What really matters is that we had an awesome team meeting and we had a great lift and we had a great meeting. Okay, now we got to go put a great game plan together, and then on Wednesday we got to go have a great first and second down install, and we got to execute at a high level, and we got to fix it. And you just that's kind of where our mind is at right now, you know.
I think after the game we asked you about Nehemiah Pritchett's pass breakup and then
Oh man. Yeah, we showed the TV copy to the guys multiple times. The body control awareness is I've never really seen a play like that before. I know I sure as heck can't do that. I can barely run from here to that door over there. So he's playing with confidence. Nehemiah played his best game as a Seahawk yesterday, and we expect that from him moving forward. It's on tape now, but that play probably ultimately sealed the win for us, because otherwise, if they make that touchdown, it's down to a 2-score game with 20 minutes to go or something. So that was a big time play.
Is he making you consider dime more, or is he other roles beside that?
Oh yeah. If when he's playing like that, it's easy to say dime and have everybody run out there, but it's a good problem to have. We can go in our 2 linebacker package and play good football, and we can go to 1 linebacker as well and still play good football.
How do you feel about Riq Woolen's performance over the last few games?
Yeah, just like we said going into the game, he's stacked for about a month now. He's stacked a lot of great practices, all the preparation, all the steps. When you watch our practice, he's been incredibly productive in practice, making plays on the ball, and you're seeing that on tape. I thought the way he finished plays in the pass game yesterday was great.
What do you think's changed there? Like, why is he making better plays on the ball than he was earlier in the year?
It's a process, brother. It's the just incremental gains every day. It's not like he said, okay, now I'm just gonna do the reps with the attention to detail, the preparation, the extra ball drills, all those things that makes the ball come to life on Sunday.
Did Drake need to know about Ernest or Josh Jobe or Torrey, whether those guys will be back next week?
Too early to know. Yeah, I mean, well, we're probably going to stick to a similar schedule as we did last week. So, we got to play it day by day with those guys. But I'd say all 3 are hoping to play.
Drake Thomas now leads all off-ball linebackers in tackles for loss this year, and he's only started 16. But what are you seeing from him in terms of the way that he's using his vision and reading what the blocking scheme looks like against the run compared to where he was at earlier this year?
Well, I mean, you get more experience, so I think the game slows down for you. But and one, it's great to play behind our defensive line. I mean, they're, if I was a linebacker, I'd want to play behind our guys. But Drake deserves a lot of credit too. And like I said, he prepares at an elite level, and then go rip it, bro. Go out there and trust what you see, and then and let it rip.
Do you expect to open Riley Mills' practice window this week?
Not to my knowledge, not this week, no.
What have you liked about the way Nick and Mamori have played?
Yeah, Nick had a great game. We're moving him from 2 different spots right now, thinking about maybe another spot. So I'd say there's attention to detail on those things. It's easy to call a lot of the things that we're putting him into because you have a lot of confidence in him being able to execute those things. So, and there's room for improvement. I think I haven't talked to him since we watched the tape, but interesting to hear what he thinks about a couple of those plays where I think he can play a little bit better and just continue to to me right now it's a marginal gain thing with Nick. How can I just keep chiseling away at my game, kind of like with Drake, so I can just be that more decisive, that more anticipatory, play ahead of plays a little bit more, and then his talent will come to life.
He hasn't pressured very much.
What's
He
the different
didn't
spot, Mike?
pressure.
Sorry,
I'm
on Neiman Worry. What's the difference?
It could be a couple other spots, not center. I'll say that.
He didn't pressure very much at the college level. That was not something he did a lot. But yesterday, the partial sack that he had,
Yeah.
just how difficult is it to explain this to fans? Like when you're running full speed and then to be able to work off a block when the quarterback's stepping up, like to see him making that
Yeah.
progress.
Again, I don't really know from experience on how difficult that is, but DeMarcus Lawrence played that play really well too, being able to redirect on the inside move. That was awesome. And I'll tell you what, that was a play that Drake and Boye did a great job communicating, making an adjustment, and taking away that route to make the quarterback hold on to the ball. And so it was kind of a team sack, but that was a great job by Nick, having awareness of, hey, I'm past the quarterback, now I need to counter. And you saw his athleticism too, so that was a great play all around.
Tyrese talked after the game about kind of the health stuff he had to go through in August and things like that.
Yep.
It sounded like that was an awful lot for him to go through.
Yeah. I mean, I think we we're trying to give him his privacy during that time because it's health matters could be possibly serious. So, but to his credit, being able to take it in stride and still come to the building every day with a great attitude and his work ethic and all those things, I think sets you up for when you get your opportunity to be able to take advantage of that. But yeah, there was a lot going on with T-Knight this offseason.
Was there a time you thought there was a possibility he wouldn't play football again? That kind of thing?
It didn't get to that point. No, we were in the process where there was a roads that were possibly could go that way, to my knowledge, but I don't think it got that far down that road.
Has he already had that second surgery?
He had it this morning. So.
When you guys are ahead, when you're trailing or tied, you're the most efficient offense in football, but when you're ahead, you fall to 25th. Is there something about being ahead and the style of offense you have to play when you're ahead to excel?
I don't know if that stat is 100% on the right track, because I feel like our first and third quarter offense has been really good, and a lot of that goes to how we're scripting and how we're taking it off. So it's probably that, and also there's some 4-minute plays that in the first half of the season where I felt like we could have done a better job. The last 2 games I thought we did a good job. So it's probably how we're adjusting our game plan. I thought we've nailed it a few times, and it's been great, and I think you've seen the production, and also some times where maybe we could do a better job, as a whole offense, players and coaches included. So now the philosophy is we don't want to step our foot off the gas. We want to stay aggressive. You saw that in the Pittsburgh game in the 4-minute. I mean, we're trying to go win games and do what it takes to go win games. That's really the mentality. We're not just trying to coast to finish line.
Do you have a clear sense that since David has had the surgery, the second one, a clear sense of the timeline?
Yeah, it's gonna be multiple weeks. I think we just got to get a sense of how strong it is and how well it heals. But again, I don't think we're in danger of. Right now, the goal is to get him back.
The hit that Ty Okada had, that looks like about as hard as you can hit a guy in today's NFL without drawing a penalty. Was that something that you guys made a point of?
Well, it's just something that's kind of on the front of mind on how you have to tackle people now. So again, these things are happening at really, really quick speeds in game, and you have to make these decisions in split seconds. And for him to have that awareness and to be able to hit the receiver in the strike zone is a great play. That was a big time play. That really helped us.
The food, you mentioned the food trucks. Is that something you guys are doing after wins?
You guys know about the food trucks? Spilled the beans. There's food trucks out there.
Is that after wins only?
Mm-hmm.
When did that start?
Well, that's too late now.
So they go hungry if they lose?
Yeah, there's no food if.
Mike, what is the early look at the Rams tell you?
I really haven't started watching them yet. But look, it seems like they're playing great football in all three phases. I think the numbers, from our advance, the numbers are backing that up, and they're winning decisively. So when this is over, we'll start to dive in.
All right, anything else?
All right, right now. Okay, thank you.